A couple of days ago, I did a video wondering where some of these men get their audacity from. And one of the ladies who sent me a story wanted me to follow up, or she gave me a little snippet or insight as to why she allowed a conversation to go on as long as it did. A lot of times, the stories that I do are from real people who are in my comment section and reading some of the comments. This is one of the reasons why I really implore people to have some grace, especially when the stories are actual story times from people. And a lot of times you can tell that they are actually typed up from somebody. But this woman says, "Hey there was a lot of support in the comments, which did help and I appreciate. A couple of people did comment regarding the closeness of the friendship, not even in a negative way. And I made a short video talking about that with an avatar thing. It's 2 minutes, I think. I don't sound confident. I don't when I'm talking about this situation. I'm still hurt. If this add-on isn't worth it, no, I'm not even going to read that part. Whenever people talk about their situations and their perspective, it is worth it. You are worth it. Your perspective is worth it. You don't have to apologize for sending me any kind of information because it helps. And somebody else may be facing that situation. As I said in a previous video, this woman is disabled. Her husband was out of town. Actually, matter of fact, I'm just going to include her portion of the video, and then I'm going to include her video that she made. If you have already seen the video that I have included, fast forward 5 minutes. Her video, her video response will be at the end. Into my inbox, and she let me know that she had a series of messages from a man that her husband and her, they knew that this man had a crush on her way back when. Well, she says, my husband was gone on a trip, and because I'm partially disabled with pain, a lot of our friends were just making sure I was doing okay with animals and trash and normal stuff. He was supposed to be one of them, so he knew I was home alone. She also knows that these messages went on well longer than they should have. So, this first set of messages, he's just talking about an interview and how to get some help with his interview questions. So, we don't really need to talk about this too much. So keep in mind, this is talking about an interview and helping. And this man knows that she is home alone. So the man was like, yeah, I just want to say I'm glad I got the opportunity and would love to get the job. LOL. It's like trying to get laid. So he's starting to creep into being inappropriate. Actually, he's crossed the line. He's being inappropriate here, and she's still listening to him. She says, well, to be fair, saying I want to get laid works half the time, but it doesn't work the other half of the time. And if you really want to get laid by this person, you're going to have to put in the extra effort, except for it's a job, so you're also trying to get paid, so there's a higher stake. Was there anything about it that really made you want it and love it? So she's trying to bring it back to the job. He says, damn, LOL, you're right. It's a wholesale retail job. I love talking to people. I kind of want to, never mind. Okay, so then she's still talking. So you just say, I love, respect, appreciate your product because your words, um, I am looking forward to having the opportunity to work with people again in this capacity. And then he says, I did verbally already, but they were starting the interview process. I'm not used to not being hired on the spot. I'm pretty good at making people happy. I can't imagine saying I love a job or product. Okay, so this is where, I mean, he's already crossed the line. She's still humoring him though. Towards the middle of this one, he says something about getting laid again. He says, it's like trying to get laid, and I've never tried hard for that. I hate trying to convince someone. They should already know I'm what they want. And she says, I mean, you could go that route. It's just 50-50. And he says, LOL, it's not working. Apparently, I'm doing something wrong. And then towards the bottom, you can see her little writing. She says, this is where my idea of him changed completely. But the thing is, it should have changed completely towards the beginning of this conversation when he started being inappropriate with her. Because what did he say right here? It says, well, what if you just wrote it for me and I'll work it off? LOL, I'm horrible at getting what I want these days. Him talking about working it off was him coming over and trying to knock the boots. That is what he is saying to this married woman. So he's unemployed and looking to work it off, and he keeps talking inappropriately. But like I said, she's talking to this man way too long. And ladies, you have got to know it is perfectly fine to stop communicating with these people. She says, um, you know, blank, as in her husband, he's got a world famous jealous streak. You don't want him to come out swinging at you. He says, see, LOL, ha 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 ha. He's trying to laugh it off. And she says, you think he doesn't get jealous, but he does. He says, okay, enough said. I was kind of asking. I had to see. She says, oh, I know, but it's okay. I'll still help you with the job, but not the other part. And she says to me, I'm being a lot nicer here than I know I should be, but he knows I'm home alone and where I live. And he says to her, LOL, it's the boobs. And this is towards the top of this page. So she really should have nipped it right here. She says, yeah, there's plenty out there like them. If you put more work into it, you would get to see them. And he says, oh, and the alcohol. I apologize for being drunk and honest. She says, it's fine. And in white to me, she says, it was not fine. It was not fine. This is not appropriate. He says, yeah, I never try. Never mind. Okay. And then she's still trying to keep it professional. She says, hey man, when you're sober, we will have a big, happier exchange. And so she says, you just keep trying to put yourself down. So I was just joking back with you that you don't try. Okay. So what I want y'all to see, this man is full of audacity, obviously. And this woman is attempting to remain cordial with this person because in her estimation, him knowing where she lives and being a disabled woman, she feels that it's the best way to keep her safe or whatever. But we have got to come up with a different way to react to this inappropriate, audacious, entitled behavior because this is not okay.
Hi, I am the disabled wife in the video from a couple days ago who had the male friend who was trying to speak to me originally about helping with a job interview and then went way off the rails into disgusting territory trying to help me with other things. So I just wanted to update real quick that first, I appreciate all of the support. And there were a few comments, both helpful and not helpful, that wanted to know about the relationship with this person. And I wanted to point out just that this person was not a casual friend, he was a very good friend. For example, we were at his wedding, which he's divorced now. He had no Christmas tree for the weekends that his daughter was at his home, so we gave him an extra Christmas tree that we had. And, you know, if he would have needed a holiday dinner ever, he would be welcome to our family holiday dinner. My husband spent many weekends with him at his home. It's just a very good friend that we spent a lot of time with over 15 plus years. Plus, I knew him professionally before that. So he was a reference for many jobs that I had applied to at this time. So there was a chance that potential employers would be calling him, but it's not worth your sanity to um, give your time to men like this. So please do not continue to talk to these men if they are talking to you. And that is why I submitted this, because I needed folks to see how out of left field these things could get. Please take care of yourself, ladies.